gap. Have you ever wondered if Viking blood runs through your veins? Join me as I dive into the world of Viking warriors and see if I can uncover the hidden warrior within myself. From fierce explorers to legendary warriors, the Vikings left their mark across the globe. Let's uncover the clues hidden in your family tree, your DNA, and even your physical traits to prove whether you're a descendant of these fearless seafarers. Welcome back. Today, we're on a quest to discover if you have Viking ancestry. The Vikings, known for their seafaring prowess and adventurous spirit, ventured from Norway, Denmark and Sweden, leaving an indelible mark on history. Could their legacy be coursing through your veins? Let's dive into the clues that might reveal your Viking roots. Vikings weren't a single group, but warriors from Norway, Denmark and Sweden who ventured far and wide. One of the first steps to uncovering your Viking ancestry is to delve into your family history. Surnames can be a huge clue. Names like Jensen, Larsen or Bjorn hint at Nordic roots, but even if your last name doesn't scream Viking, it doesn't rule out the possibility. Viking settlers often mingled with locals, leaving a trail of mixed heritage. Look through your family tree for any Nordic connections. Historical records, family documents and oral histories passed down through generations can offer valuable insights. Pay attention to any references to Scandinavian origins or notable Viking-era figures. Even small hints can lead to fascinating discoveries about your ancestral lineage. Explore the migration patterns of your ancestors. During the Viking Age, Norse warriors and settlers reached far beyond Scandinavia, establishing settlements in Scotland, Ireland, England, and even as far as Iceland and Greenland. If your family history includes ties to these regions, it could be a strong indication of Viking ancestry. Additionally, consider the cultural heritage and traditions passed down in your family. Certain customs, folklore, and even culinary practices may have roots in Viking culture. For example, storytelling traditions, crafting techniques, or specific rituals might hint at a connection to Viking heritage. By examining your family history, surnames, migration patterns, and cultural traditions, you can piece together clues that point to a potential Viking ancestry. It's like being a detective, uncovering the hidden threads that connect you to the legendary seafarers of the past. Your DNA holds the secrets of your ancestry. Genetic markers like IM253 and RM420 are common in those of Viking descent. Modern testing services like 23andMe and Ancestry DNA can reveal if you have these markers. By analyzing your genetic makeup, these tests provide a glimpse into your ancestral past, tracing your lineage back hundreds, if not thousands of years. To get started, you can order a DNA testing kit from one of these services. The process typically involves providing a saliva sample, which is then analyzed in a lab to identify specific genetic markers. These markers can indicate regions of origin and connect you to populations with Viking heritage. However, it's important to remember that DNA testing is just one piece of the puzzle. While these tests can provide valuable insights, they are not definitive proof of Viking ancestry. Genetic markers can indicate a likelihood of heritage, but they should be considered alongside other historical and genealogical evidence. In addition to commercial DNA testing, you can explore academic studies and research on Viking genetics. Scientists have conducted extensive studies on ancient DNA from Viking-era remains, shedding light on the genetic diversity and migration patterns of the Norse people. Comparing your DNA results with these findings can provide further context and validation of your Viking ancestry. Another fascinating aspect of DNA research is the ability to connect with distant relatives who share similar genetic markers. These connections can open up new avenues of exploration as you collaborate with others to piece together the puzzle of your shared heritage. Ultimately, DNA testing offers a powerful tool to uncover your Viking roots, but it's important to approach it with a comprehensive mindset. Combine genetic results with historical research, family history, and cultural traditions to gain a holistic understanding of your ancestry and the legacy of the Vikings. Vikings were known for their distinctive physical traits. Blue or green eyes were common among Viking populations, a gene they helped spread during their travels. Blonde or red hair, another sign. While blonde hair evolved in Scandinavia, red hair, though often linked to Celtic ancestry, also appeared in Viking populations. These eye and hair color traits can provide intriguing hints about your ancestry. Additionally, their robust build was perfect for seafaring adventures. Vikings were known for their strength and endurance, essential qualities for long voyages and combat. A naturally strong physique might point to your Viking roots. Of course, physical traits alone are not definitive proof, but they can complement other clues and add to the overall picture of your ancestral heritage. Consider your facial features as well. Vikings often had prominent cheekbones, strong jawlines, and a sturdy frame. These traits, combined with eye and hair color, can provide additional indicators of Viking ancestry. However, it's important to note that physical traits can vary widely, and not all descendants will exhibit these characteristics. Another fascinating aspect is the influence of Viking genetics on modern populations. Studies have shown that certain genetic traits, such as the Viking disease, a condition affecting the hand tendons known as Dupuytren's contracture, are more prevalent in people of Nordic descent. Exploring these genetic predispositions can provide further insights into your potential Viking heritage. It's also worth considering the broader context of genetic diversity. The Vikings were known for their extensive travels and interactions with various cultures. This means that their genetic legacy is not limited to Scandinavia, but can be found in many parts of Europe and beyond. Embracing the complexity of genetic inheritance allows for a richer understanding of your ancestral connections. In summary, while physical traits alone cannot definitively prove Viking ancestry, they offer valuable clues that, when combined with other evidence, can paint a compelling picture of your heritage. Embrace your unique traits and consider them as part of the larger tapestry of your ancestral story. Look at where your ancestors lived. Vikings settled in Scotland, Ireland, England, and even Iceland and Greenland. Did your family hail from these regions? They might have crossed paths with Viking settlers. The Viking Age was marked by exploration, trade, and conquests. Your heritage might reflect this adventurous spirit. Exploring the historical context of your ancestral regions can provide valuable insights. During the Viking Age, Norse explorers established settlements, engaged in trade, and influenced local cultures. If your family history includes connections to areas known for Viking activity, it could be a strong indicator of Viking ancestry. For example, in Scotland and Ireland, Viking settlers established significant communities, leaving a lasting impact on local culture and genetics. Place names, archaeological sites, and historical records in these regions often bear traces of Viking presence. If your ancestors came from these areas, it's worth investigating further to uncover potential Viking roots. In England, the Danelaw region, which was under Viking control during the 9th and 10th centuries, offers another fascinating area to explore. Many English towns and villages have names of Norse origin, reflecting the deep influence of Viking settlers. Tracing your family's history in these regions can reveal connections to Viking heritage. Iceland and Greenland were also prominent Viking settlements. Iceland in particular was extensively settled by Norse explorers, and its historical records, such as the Icelandic sagas, provide detailed accounts of Viking voyages and settlements. If your ancestry includes ties to Iceland, it's highly likely that you have Viking roots. Additionally, consider the cultural and historical influence of the Vikings on your family's traditions. Norse mythology, folklore, and customs often persisted in regions where Vikings settled. Exploring these cultural connections can provide further evidence of Viking ancestry. By examining the geographical connections of your ancestors, you can uncover significant clues about your Viking heritage. The Vikings' legacy of exploration, trade, and cultural exchange means that their influence can be found in many parts of the world. Embrace this adventurous spirit and delve into the historical context of your family history to uncover the potential Viking connections in your lineage. Being a Viking isn't just about ancestry, it's about embracing the stories of those who came before us. Whether it's through your family's history, DNA, or physical traits, uncovering your Viking roots connects you to a legacy of bravery, exploration, and resilience. The Vikings left an indelible mark on history, and discovering your connection to them is a journey worth undertaking. Do you think you have Viking ancestry? Drop a comment below and share your family's story. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more incredible historical insights. Your journey into the past starts here.